we on? Are we on? How's my beard? Epic as always, I hope. Hello everybody, it is Igon here and back again. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And as you know, we are in the midst of video game Christmas. I think that's what it used to be called before it became a downgrade preview. I don't know. E3 is going on, guys, and we have had some big announcements so far. I think it's still going on, but all the major press conferences have already happened. So, and I actually want to go ahead and talk about the Microsoft E3 conference that happened. I want to see if you guys feel the same way as I did once we finish talking about it. So the first thing I want to talk about with you guys is Play Anywhere. You can buy a game on the Microsoft Play Store or whatever it's called. I don't have it, obviously. Or the Xbox, or on your Xbox, or on Xbox Live on your computer, and you just buy it once on either one, and you can go back and forth, play back and forth, use save files on either one to continue playing on one, and then jump on the other one. The achievements as well go back and forth. It's a pretty cool idea. It's a pretty cool idea. You know, you buy a game on Xbox Live. I'm pointing to my 360 that I don't buy games on anymore, but you buy a game on Xbox Live, you start playing it. I have a PC that can push this game 1080p, 1440p in my case. Let me jump on the old PC and give it a whirl. Boom, no problem. You have the same game, you just sign in on your Xbox Live or whatever that they have, and you just play it. You play from the same save point that you had on the 360 or the Xbox One. And then you just keep going on your PC. That's a great idea. That is a fantastic idea. I have nothing bad to say about it so far. We'll see what kind of nonsense happens, you know, if it's actually working when it's up and running. But it's a great idea. It's a great idea, you know, to promote that cross-play or that interplay. It's definitely going to have some people thinking more seriously about getting an Xbox. Definitely. Besides that, let's go on and see what else they had for us. Next up, let's talk a little bit about this right here. So they're introducing some new functionality into the Xbox One, namely these three things right here. Clubs, looking for group, and arena. Now clubs are going to be little hub areas that you can go into for a specific game, it looks like. So, you know, if you're really into FIFA, if you're really into Division, Halo, any of those games, not just those games, but any of the games that are available to play on Xbox, there's going to be a hub area for that. But yeah, you can go into that, and I guess you can talk to other people about the game or share whatever about the game. It's just a hangout area for people really interested in a certain game. Another great idea. It's cool. It's something that, you know, is gamer centric and not trying to use your Xbox as a way to spy on you. Correct. So yeah, I'm glad that they're pushing gamer-centric things like that. Now that's really, really cool. And I can't wait to see again how it works, how it actually benefits us, and what it brings to the table in terms of making the Xbox a better console. Now the looking for group feature is something that's going to be a part of the clubs feature. The looking for group is just like what we needed in Destiny when the game was out, when people were playing that game, excuse me. The looking for group is just say, hey, I want to play a raid in Destiny, or I want to play this raid in the Division, or I want to go and play Halo 4. I need a group for whatever game, whatever you want to play. You go on there, you say, I'm looking for this many people to do this in the game. Boom, you get to find those people. Just makes that process a whole lot easier. Personally, this is something I think should be in certain games automatically. I think that's a function that should have been in Destiny. It should be in the Division. I'm not sure if it's in the Division. I haven't played the game in so long. Called it, by the way. Whatever game that has a multiplayer function where you have, especially if you have like a raid, or if you have you know, a big part of it is doing a very long mission, or just in general of playing certain game modes, this should be in the game, or something similar to it. Yeah, so this is just a great function. The fact that that Microsoft is putting it in the Xbox is fantastic. I don't think it needs to be in the Xbox, but this is again what makes it's a gamer-centric thing. It's something that makes it better, you know, makes the experience better on the Xbox. So I'm all for it. And hats off, Microsoft. That's 2 for 2, baby. Now, next up, we have the Arena. And the Arena looks like it's going to be a place where you can go and set up tournaments for whatever game. So you can go in and make brackets. You can advertise. I'm pretty sure that'd be cool if you could. Pay attention, Microsoft. You go there with your friends or with whoever wants to be in this thing, and you set up the brackets. You guys play, and through the function in the Xbox, you can advance the brackets. Really, really cool. You can set up tournaments, like I said, with any game. That is something that's really cool, and I think that's the biggest thing that they're introducing into the Xbox functionality. That's really, really cool. That's really amazing, and I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see it. Microsoft you guys need to continue in this vein right here. These are cool things. These are things that gets me excited. I don't even have an Xbox One. I had no intention of getting an Xbox One, but these are the things that turn heads. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much for turning this ship around, baby, from the garbage launch that you guys had with the Xbox One. Thank you. There was not even a mention of the Kinect that I can remember. Oh, it is a breath of fresh air to see you guys focusing on the gamer and things that we actually want. I know you guys want to see what we jerk off to. I know you guys want to see other personal details through the Xbox and hear our conversation and sell to the government. But I'm glad to see you at least eased off the gas pedal with that. All right, this is the stuff that you need to focus on. This is the stuff that we want. So keep it going. This is very good stuff, and I'm very happy to see it. Let's talk about what else they brought to the table. Next up, guys, let us talk about the biggest announcements coming from the Microsoft press conference, the new consoles. So right here is the Xbox S, and it is 40% smaller, I think they were saying. And this is what I think should have came out 3 years ago. Or 2 years ago, whenever it came out. Yeah, as I said, it's smaller. I mean, look at that, 40% smaller. You know, from what I understand, they were concerned about the cooling issues of the game, of the console, but it came out, I think, 3 years ago. I mean, there hasn't been huge, you know, jumps in technology since then. You guys could have done this 3 years ago, but it's a business, right? Another feature, as you see, 2 terabyte internal hard drive. It'd be nice if you can put an SSD there. You might be able to. I'm not sure. They're not saying it here, but that'd be cool if you could. But yeah, more space is great. These games are getting huge, so that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Nothing bad to say about it so far. This is something that's pretty cool to me. You know, me having a TV. If this thing gets on a good sale, I might pick it up for that. You know what I mean? For the Netflix, everything else or whatever. I'm not gonna actually huddle around my PC and watch it. So that's cool functionality for everybody that you know, really isn't gonna be gaming that much on the Xbox One, like me, for obvious reasons. But yeah, that is a cool feature, and I'm glad to see it in there. So that's the Xbox S. It's gonna be a much needed upgrade to the monstrosity that came out 2-3 years ago, whatever. This is what should have came out in the first place, but you know, like I said again, it's a business. So it's finally here, much needed, and I'm glad to see it. Now, let me tell you why the Xbox S is completely and utterly irrelevant. Oh my gosh, finally! Hey guys, finally! They're actually releasing something that's actually an upgrade. They're finally releasing a good console. So yes, this is what I said when I wonder if you guys are going to be as excited as I was. Finally, I'm lost for words. Finally, we are getting the upgrade that we should have got from the 360. This is the jump. This is the jump. Okay, Xbox is finally doing it, and PS4, Sony, they said, you know, they were already. Yes, thank you, Microsoft, for releasing a console that's actually an upgrade. Thank you. And this is great. This is great. So the Xbox Scorpio, or Project Scorpio, whatever they're gonna call it, it's gonna have 6 teraflops for GPU power, and 8-core CPU. Okay, so we're talking. Yeah, this could actually do some 4K stuff. The GPU seems like it's going to be a bit under a 980 or equal to a 980. 980 Ti. Sorry, not a 980 Ti. but a regular 980, which can do 4K, just not great 4K. Like we're talking, you know, I'm thinking barely 30 FPS. If what I'm seeing is correct, if what I saw was correct, that's still 4K. Now, like I said with the PS4 Neo, if we don't have to play at 4K, if they let us hit 1080, 1440, I mean, that would be amazing. That would be really, really great. With the consoles, I would not even dare go to 4K gaming. I wouldn't even attempt to, because it's hardly possible on PC. So I'm not even gonna try to look at 4K. Plus, I don't even have a 4K TV, and I think I know the number of Americans with 4K TV are growing, but there's still a bunch of us that don't have it. So that's not something I would even attempt. But I would love to see some games at 1440 on a console. I would love to see 1080p 60 FPS on a console, or 90 FPS on a console. That would be great. That would be amazing. So all in all, guys, if you haven't already noticed, the Xbox conference was pretty good. It was not bad at all. And I'd love to hear what you guys think. Did I miss anything? Oh, I did miss something. I did not talk about games at all, and for good reason. I'm sure most of you have caught on. What we see at E3 is generally very, very much not representative of the actual product that comes out. It's basically, the E3 just basically announces games. That's what I have gotten out of it. They just announce that these games are coming. What we see at E3 is not to be trusted. Well, actually, now that I'm on PC, I can kind of trust it. But I don't bother with games at E3. I look at what functionality they're bringing, you know, what new titles are coming out, but I don't look for how this game's gonna look, and what kind of things I'm gonna be able to do in the game. Just because, as I said, the functionality of these games, the graphics of these games, what's in the game, it changes sometimes drastically. And that's something I'm thinking everybody should be mindful of and know what happens. So no game coverage. I don't care about the games right now. We'll see them when they actually are about to come out, or when they do come out. Anyway, guys, that is what I think of everything. Please, please, please let me know what you guys think. It is your boy Godhand, and until next time, I'm out.